Hello everyone, welcome to another pick a card reading. This one's going to be what you need to release or move on from. So it's kind of like, I've titled it moving on, so moving forward, what you need to release going forward, what you need to let go of, and I'll have a look into what's ahead. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite, the tarot deck, and I'm also going to get a moonology message as well. And if I've got time, possibly an angel message, but I'll see how the time of the videos goes. Okay, so for the first pile, we've got Mahogany Obsidian. It's got like little bits of brown in, little flecks of brown. Pile 2 is Clear Quartz. And pile 3 is Amethyst. Okay, so I'll hold them up. Pile 1. I can get hold of it. Pile 2. And come here. Pile 3. Okay, so have a little think about what you need to release right now, what you need to let go of. Moving on is the title of the reading. What you need to release, what you need to let go of moving forward. And we'll ask Spirit and see what kind of answers we get. It could be due to anything: relationship, career, home life, anything. Personal, habits, things like that, especially with January, February, a new year, What do you need to release and let go of? Okay, pause the video if you need to on that as well. And we will start with Mahogany Obsidian, pile 1. Okay, so I'm just gonna give these a little shuffle. This is so wobbly. I'll give them a little shuffle, and then we'll find out for pile 1 what you need to release. I've still got a wobbly camera. It's mostly a wobbly table actually. But anyway. Okay, so pile 1. What does pile 1 need to release, please? Okay, 2 of Wands. Okay, so you've been thinking about moving forward in a situation in your life. You've got the 2 of Wands. And it's upright. So this has been something that's been coming for a long time for pile 1. So prior to this reading, you've already been thinking about this. It's too many, Spirit. Give me too many cards there. Pile 1, moving forward, thank you. Okay, that was definitely for the Ace of Swords. Okay. You're going to be getting clarity soon. You've got the Ace of Swords there. There we go. Thank you. The Empress. Could be to do with your home and family life, relationships. Relating to a heartbreak. Let's have a look. This is to do with the relationship, I think. Which is a surprise for many of these readings. It's always the way you do the readings and they come out about relationships. I've not grabbed these cards today. Yeah, it's to do with the relationship, I'd say. Let's get some more cards. Oh. Can I not grip them? Any more information for pile 1, please? Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so what I've got for you here is fix that. So the 2 of Wands. This has been something you've been thinking about prior to this reading. You've been contemplating it. Been going on for a little bit longer than today, sort of thing. You've been thinking about moving on from something for a long time, moving forward, breaking free of a situation, the 2 of Wands. So you've been thinking about this for a while, and you're about to get some clarity with the Ace of Swords. This feels like a future position for the cards come out in their own little way. And it's regarding a relationship, a love relationship, or some sort of heartbreaking relationship hasn't worked out. This is what the Empress tells me to do with family life. This could represent you, or it could just represent the situation itself. I think it's just giving me information about that, and you've got the 3 of Swords. So 3 people have gone their separate ways. It could be a third party situation, it could have been a breakup, or maybe you just wanting something more out of life. For those of you who are feminines who resonate with the masculine in the form of the King of Cups, could be to do with him. It could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So the King of Cups could represent the person that you're in a relationship with. If this isn't you, or if this relates to you. There's also a Page of Wands involved for some of you. So these are two of the people involved. So whoever resonates with either one, they're giving me like two people here. So for those of you who are watching, some of you will have been in a relationship with the King of Cups, and some of you would have been in a relationship with the Page of Wands. Who's a younger, masculine fire sign energy. Can represent fire. It doesn't have to. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but they can represent the energies. So when you're looking at the cards and the star signs and everything, it's just who embodies the energies really, as well. Masculine or feminine as well, so you know. But if you're in a relationship with either one of these, so people watching, it'll be one or the other, not both, or maybe, but it'll be one or the other of these that you're in a relationship with. The Empress has just given me the topic of the reading really. I don't think the Empress necessarily needs to represent you, but it can, if that resonates, then take it. But I feel it's just giving me like the topic, because I saw the Ten of Cups before as well, and I thought, who is it to do with, you know, family life or relationship life, home life, but like in a relationship sort of way. So basically, this pile, you know, you're moving on from a difficult relationship in your life, or a relationship that was a challenge or that just didn't work out for either of you. That's what you're moving on from, and you've been thinking about doing this for a while. You've been pondering this for a while. This has been you. Prior to this reading, so even before this reading, you've been like thinking about it. You've been contemplating this. So you're about to get some clarity soon as well. The Ace of Swords felt like a future, as I said, even though it was down here, because I just kind of like let the cards come out and line them up and have a look at them. So the Ace of Swords is like clarity in the near future. You're going to get some clarity in the situation, because I think you've been a little bit confused. You're not being sure what to do, which direction to take. So there will be clarity coming soon. This is the way you've been feeling. I asked for more information before. You've been feeling very anxious and feeling like you're not really getting anywhere in life. You're not being very successful or doing what you need to do. So you've been a bit like this. This has been the reason why. So what you're needing to release and let go of, although for this pile it won't be news to you, is a relationship that's not working out. And you feel like you'll get what you want as well. You feel like you'll get fulfillment. You'll be fulfilled if you do leave it. I might take that out actually and leave it there, yeah, because it wants to go on top of the Six of Wands reversed and the Nine of Swords that we had before. It wants to go on top of them. So basically, you know, it's wanting to replace. It's for you. It's wanting to replace those with this. You know, it's wanting to do that. It's what, you know, you're wanting to get what you want really. It's wanting to replace the Six of Wands particularly with that one. So you want your fulfillment, you want, you know, less confusion in your life, you want some more clarity. So that's what's coming in for you in terms of, I think Spirit's basically giving you the go ahead. I mean, these readings are only guidance, obviously. You know, it's up to you what you do, what you choose to do with them, but this reading is, in a sense, giving you sort of, you know, a little bit of confirmation that, you know, it's going to be the right thing to do if you do leave. But only you can make that decision for you. I'm just thinking, shall I get some more cards? They jumped out then. Yeah, let's see. Further advice for pile 1, please, from the tarot. Let's get some more info, see if we can get some advice for you. Oh, Page of Swords. And Magician. Yeah, the Page of Swords. You might need to be quite forceful and quite assertive in this situation. And you might need to hurt people. So I'm getting weirdly. They're kind of saying, you know, be aware of that, like, you know, don't be worrying about it too much as well. So you might need to be this person, you know, when you're cutting away, you know, what you're leaving behind. Particularly for those of you who are in a connection with the Page of Wands. The Page of Swords kind of fell next to him. So, you know, you might be worried that they'll take it a bit badly if you need to break up with someone, or Yeah, I think you're probably contemplating breaking up with someone, this pile. I get the impression. You're kind of thinking about breaking up with someone or leaving a relationship. It's not giving you what you want. I've got the Magician reversed as well, but I'm trying to figure out the energy of that one, whether that was for you or not. Sometimes several cards come out and I have to decide intuitively which ones are for you and which ones aren't. I wasn't getting a particularly strong energy from the Magician reversed. But he came out with the Page of Swords, so I don't know if you want to intuitively connect with those yourself. And if they mean anything to you, then together, you know, if they connect with you at all. The Magician reverse usually is about, you know, not being able to come out with anything. Unless you're embodying the energy of the Magician reverse, in the sense that you're not able to give the person what they want anymore. You're not able to be the magician in the relationship anymore. You know, keeping your plans under wraps as well, I heard, for that one. You know, you don't want to, you know, don't tell them too much, don't rub the nose in it too much, don't kind of present them with all your plans. You know, when you do make the break with the Page of Swords, it's kind of feeling like, actually, the more I'm looking at it, the Magician reversed is like, you know, it's not saying that you are a reverse magician, because the magician's the person who's like, he's very resourceful and he brings everything out, you know, within him, what he wants to do. He's very, he makes things happen, he manifests things. So all these big plans that you got for yourself, like the Nine of Cups, and what you're hoping to do once the relationship is over, it's kind of saying, keep that quiet while you do the breakup. You know, don't be kind of all in the face about, you know, what you're going to do, you know, when you leave, all the great plans that you've got, all the great things that you've got planned for yourself. Keep your magician under wraps, as that was what they're saying. And that's more about you. So while you're doing what you're doing, you know, keep him under wraps for the time being, because obviously you're going to be this when it's over with. I'll keep this under wraps for the time being. Don't be too gung-ho or happy about being single, because I've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed as well to echo that. Don't be all like, yeah, I'm free, you know. Be compassionate, be careful. You know, I think that's kind of what the Spirit is saying. So yeah, it looks like pile one, you're going to be breaking up with someone or wanting to. And Spirit is saying, you know, it's got to be done, you know. Tread carefully with the Page of Wands, particularly be sensitive to them in particular. I think out of the two, the Page of Wands might take it worse, I don't know if that resonates with you. And keep your big plans under wraps, don't be too, like, you know, don't put it in the face too much. The Magician and the Nine of Pentacles reversed, I got for that one. So I'm just going to get you the Moonology advice for this one. Oops, I haven't even shuffled yet and they're jumping out. A little shuffle, come on. Right, so let's go that way. Yeah. Okay. Moonology advice for part one, please. Thank you. The energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, you're getting further and further towards a breakup. I think within you, the energy is gaining momentum. So the inevitable is about to take place, I think, you know. The waxing moon. Yeah, so something's like coming to an end, really. The waxing moon is like when it's starting to gain, I think. I think still getting to know this deck. It takes me a while to, I just want to double check. But yeah, the waxing moon is usually when it's becoming, it's after the new moon. So once you've decided that you want to move forward, yeah, the waxing moon starts to like get bigger and bigger. So you've already decided you want a new beginning within yourself. You know, so post new moon, the waxing moon is the moon increasing in size. And it says for the meaning of this card, in particular, the actual specific meaning, it says that it can create the reality that you're dreaming of, but it'll take some work and you're not quite there yet. So, you know, there's plenty of hope. Your head's in the right direction. So Spirit is saying to you, you know, that, you know, it's, for those of you who pick this pile and you're thinking about breaking up with someone and moving forward from a relationship, Spirit is saying, yeah, you know, I think you more or less decided it anyway prior to this reading because of the Two of Wands. you've been thinking about this, and Spirit are kind of giving you the green light and saying, yeah, you know, it's the right path for you if you choose to take that path. But obviously, you know, this is just a tarot reading. You know, you make your own decisions. I don't want you making massive decisions about your life, and then, you know, it's follow your own intuition and your own inner guidance. Have faith in your dreams came out then, but let me just see. Let's see, any further advice from Moonology for pile 1, please? Further Moonology advice for pile 1. Pile 1, come on. Taking the time. Okay, there. I'll just let those at me. Your dreams need a practical plan, and there's any others. So yeah, don't forget as you go forward not to be too, what's the word? You've got all these ideas and you're like, ooh, you know. Make sure that once you do leave and you choose your path, that you put practical plans in place to achieve your dreams that you're planning. So everything that you're planning to do once you exit this relationship, they're saying, you know, make sure you've got a plan in place. So full moon in Taurus. So once you reach the full moon, so you're going from, you've got your new beginning and you're in the waxing moon at the minute. So, you know, you've decided on your new beginning. Waxing moon is the increase. So it's just a full moon. Full moon in Taurus, once you get there, Taurus is all about stability and practicality, financial stability. It's a bit Pentacles energy, really, Taurus. So it's saying once you do get there, once you reach your full moon, so you're in your waxing moon stage at the minute, you're heading towards the new reality that you want to create for yourself. So you decide on your new beginning, which is to break up with the relationship, to break up from someone. And once you reach the full moon in Taurus, you're going to be practical. It's a full moon in Taurus that you're going to have at the end of it. So that's kind of what Spirit is saying. You know, you go from your new moon to your waxing moon, and then once you hit your full moon, it's going to be in Taurus for you, which means stability, practicality, having a plan in place. So, you know, you need to ground your ideas and your dreams, and then you'll achieve what you want to. So the hopes that you had for yourself once you leave this situation, you know, plan them out, ground yourself, make sure everything's stable and practical for yourself, you know. So I hope that helped. I'm on Instagram, check out my readings on there as well. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you like this reading. Give me feedback, let me know what happens, let me know if it was accurate or if it resonated with you. And I hope to see you in my next reading. Thank you for watching. I'll move on to pile 2 now. So pile 2, you were the clear quartz, weren't you? Yeah. So pile 2, for those of you who picked the clear quartz, let's find out what you need to move on from or what you're releasing. Move on from. Sometimes me husband. Let's find out what you need to release. I need to shuffle this properly. I'm not taking the cards yet. Temperance reversed. I know what that was about for anyway. Mine's of their own, these cards off. And we know that anyway, don't we? So wobbly. Okay. Pile 2. What does pile 2 need to release or move on from? What's the moving on, releasing energy? Pile 2. Hey, Spirit. Don't need another shuffle. Whew. High Priestess. Intuition. Okay, this is my psychic pile, I feel. You may well be tarot readers yourselves, psychics yourselves. Getting a psychic, intuitive vibe. You're very, very deep thinkers in this pile, very sensitive. I might need to do another little split back here. Okay, pile 2. Further cards for pile 2, please. Further information. You want to give me them? Oh, okay, you've had a heartbreak as well. But you're kind of over it. by the look of things. You're also moving on from something. Similar to Pile 1 in some ways. Except I'm getting the feeling that you're much more contemplative, you're a bit more psychic. Yeah, that Four of Cups wanted to come out before. Something about an offer refused. You've refused an offer recently from someone. Or something, a job offer or a relationship offer. And you're moving on from that. But also, I'm getting heartbreak for you as well, Three of Swords. But you're kind of over it. It's something that you're over. You're kind of in a place where you're very contemplative at the moment. You're kind of thinking about your next step. You're very intuitive. So for you, yeah, you're thinking about your options, Seven of Pentacles. Whereas Pile 1 had a very clear idea of what they wanted to do after, and they just needed to ground their ideas, so they're all happy and excited. Like, yes, this is what I need to do. Pile 2, you're a bit more contemplative. You're still thinking. You're still contemplating what you're going to do next. You're in a bit of an, I wouldn't say a rut. You're in more of an intuitive, like, kind of, okay, what do I do now? And you're very deep, this Pile. I feel like, you know, as I say, you might be psychic yourself. You're very much the High Priestess energy. This is you. This is what you're like right now. You're in this energy. You could be a bit of a psychic yourself. So, your situation, you have moved on from your relationship in the past as well. There's been some heartbreak and there's been an offer from someone. Feels like a job offer as well. You may have refused both at the same time, or they're both interlinked in some way. Because this feels like a job offer as well as a relationship. Maybe an ex tried to come back or something. For some of you, I had that before. So some of you may have had an ex try to come back and you're kind of saying no. You know, you've said no already. So if it's a relationship that you've moved on from, it's not as raw as the other Pile. You're kind of over it. So it could be an ex that's tried to come back if it's a relationship for the Four of Cups and you've said no to it. You're like, nah, you know, you don't want it. Or it's a job offer that you've refused recently as well. For some of you, I'm picking up. For others, it's, you know, just a relationship that you've moved on from. But relationship wise, you're over it. Two of Swords reversed. You've kind of moved on from the stalemate. You're not stuck emotionally. You're not like feeling the pain of it anymore. So what you're doing right now is focused on yourself. That's what your priority is. You're not thinking about the other person. You're not thinking about anyone else. Your focus is on you. And that's a good thing. It's where it should be in kind of a healing space right now. Bit of a psychic space, bit of a healing space. And you're happy to move on. You're ready to move on, the Fool. Ready to move forward. With the Seven of Pentacles, you know, you're kind of considering what you're going to do next. You're looking back and considering. You've got the Tower on the bottom of the deck as well. I feel like you've had a bit of a tower moment recently. You've had a bit of a shock or a bit of a trauma as well. Which feels for most of you that it's unrelated to the situations, but it might also be connected with them in some way. But you've had a bit of a shock individually yourself. And it's prompted you to think about what you want to do next, you know, as well. It's really shocked you. So since those things, you've had something else happen in your life. And it doesn't feel like it's related to those things either. Or if it is, it's only very loosely. It feels like something else that's happened recently. You've had a bit of a wake-up call as well. And so now you're really thinking about what you're going to do next. But you're not like... You're not in particular... You're very calm about things, actually. You're not in particular distress or anything like that. You may be fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Got the Queen of Wands here. Or just embody your energies. Just going to get some more advice from the tarot. Further advice for Pile 2, yeah. Cool. Knight of Swords. God, you got the Magician reversed as well. This is weird. In the last reading we got the Page of Swords and the Magician reversed. And now we've got the Knight of Swords and the Magician reversed. This feels like you might be dealing with a Knight of Swords. It feels like a person in your life that's come in. And they've created the time moment for you as well. This person's come in and created that. And you're just going within right now and recovering. You're trying to go within. You've got the Hermit. Bottom of the deck here. This is you. You're just kind of hiding. You know, I don't know whether this Knight of Swords felt like their energy was depleted in some way by you or something like that, or by the situation, you know. But it feels to me like you've obsessed a Knight of Swords. There's someone around you. Masculine energy, possibly. Could be air sign. It's usually Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Or embody those energies, just a bit of a Knight of Swords. Bit of a swine, really. Not a very nice masculine energy. I'm not getting a good vibe off him. And he's kind of annoyed. And you're lying low with this person at the minute. But it feels it feels separate to the relationship or the job issue. But I mean, if it's the same, then if that resonates, obviously take that, you know. If they are connected, if this is the person that you broke up with or said no to, or the ex or whatever, or someone at the job that you said no to, if that resonates, by all means take it. But you know, it just doesn't feel strongly like it's connected. It could be separate as well for some of you. So whatever works for you, you know, whatever feels right for you in your situation. But yet you're lying low from this person right now. You seem to be kind of taking a break. This person feels connected with the recent tower moment, which may or may not be connected to the other situations, depending on who's watching. And you're lying low right now. He feels like you're taking something from you, or his resources are being depleted in some way by you, or his inner strength, his inner resources or energy has been depleted by you or by a situation. It feels like you've annoyed him in some way. You know, it doesn't mean that you're wrong or anything. It just means that he's annoyed with you for some reason. You've had some problems with him, and you're in this stage right now. So the Hermit and the High Priestess feels like where you're at right now. This is you right now. You know, you're going within. You're taking time to heal. I'm going to take the Hermit out actually. Right, so further advice from the tarot for pile 2. Thank you. Spirit are basically saying, you know, that's the right thing to do right now. What you're doing, where you're going within. You know, you're doing the right thing. You're going to have a new love relationship coming in as well, the lovers. There you go. I also have a decision to make, but it feels more like a love relationship. You've got a lover coming in, a new love coming in as well, once you've processed all of this. 4 of Wands. Don't expect a home and family just yet, though. Don't know why I had to say that. That means something to someone. That won't happen just yet. So those of you who are maybe hoping for that, it won't happen just yet. I had to say that for someone. But there's a new love coming in. A love relationship, I felt like. It didn't feel like a dilemma or anything. It just felt like a relationship. And it'll come as a result of you being willing to let go of this. So it's as a result of these two cards here. You've got this coming in. It's because you've let go and because you're willing to move forward. And you're happy to let it go. You're over it. It's because you got over this other situation. So it's one of those situations where when you meet this person, you realise why the other relationship didn't work out. It's kind of like that, you know. But it won't necessarily lead to home and family. So don't, you know, for those of you who need to hear that, it won't necessarily lead to that. But you're going to have a new love coming in. And the sun as well. You've got the sun in your reading, which is really positive energy. So everything's going to be okay. So Spirit are giving you the green light and saying, yeah, you know, continue to look within, connect with yourself. Lie low from this person. You know, you're doing the right thing by going within and by being a little bit selfish. I'm having some coffee. Better. My throat's kind of a funny now. And you know, don't worry about this guy too much. It's nice of sort. He thinks that you've wrecked his life or done something to him, but you know, only you'll know like what that was. But you know, you're doing the right thing by going within and self-care, looking after yourself, connecting with your psychic side. And it'll bring in a new love for you. It'll bring in a new relationship. You know, which is a good thing. I'm just going to get Moonology for you now. And I hope my phone memory doesn't run out on me, because it does that sometimes. I need to figure out how to save things to iCloud. Because I've got like, when I do tarot videos, they take up a lot of memory. I very often delete them. I'm just going to shuffle these and we'll get some Moonology advice for you. You'll have to let me know in the comments as well of, you know, readings that you'd like to see. Readings you'd like to see me do. Because thinking the topics sometimes, I don't always think what to do, you know. Nothing will come of this situation. Yeah, I think that relates to the Knight of Swords. Nothing will come of this situation. So yeah, I mean, right now you are in that kind of nothingness mode, that void mode. You're kind of in a mode where you're in the darkened room, psychically and spiritually. You're kind of figuring out where you go next, like the Hermit in his cave, you know. So nothing will come of this situation. Everything's calm right now. Everything's quiet. Yeah, the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck there. As I put them back, he landed like that. So it's to do with, like, don't worry about the Knight of Swords. He can't harm you. He can't get to you now. Lie low. Continue to do your thing. You know, continue to look within. The Void Moon. Yeah. Looking within. I'm just going to get, like, a meaning for that one. I'm still getting to grips with this little deck, like. It's really good. I can usually read them intuitively, but Let's see. Now, you trust in your highest good and something better may be around the corner. The book literally says that. So, you know, like I said about the new love relationship, you've let go of things, you've let things go, you've been happy to move on, you're over it kind of thing. And it's saying, you know, something better will be around the corner. Believe that you get what you need. And take your time out, you know. Yeah. To just be. The book literally says that. So yeah, that's you in hermit mode, high priestess mode, you know. So it's kind of confirming in a way what we've said. I like it when it does that. I like it when the cards say that. The tarot never lies, you know. We like Godmother used to say that. The tarot cards never lie. Apparently. So if this reading resonates with you, then, you know. Yeah, she always used to say that. I find that they don't, to be honest. Like, whenever I've had readings in the past, or whenever I've, you know, they're pretty good. These cards have got minds of their own today. Okay. Any further messages for pile 2, please, from Moonology? Whoa. They all flew out then. Okay, I don't even know which ones they were. They all fell out all at once in a weird way, and whoops, couldn't quite tell which ones are for you there. Further advice of pile 2. Aha. There. Okay. Pride in your way. Right, okay. This is a contradictory message. New moon in Aries, time to take action. So yeah, there will be time to take action eventually. New moon in Aries. Could be around Aries season, maybe March, April time. At the moment you're taking time out. You've got a time for healing right now. Time to take action feels like now, we're in the near future actually, so it might be time to start sort of figuring your way forward. The spirit of giving you, like, you know, the encouragement that, you know, where you've gone in within, and it's time to just be, you know, you've had that time to just be and just be yourself. And they're basically saying, you know, that it's the right thing to do. You've done the right thing by doing that. And so you'll be ready when it's time to take action, which is, it feels like the present. Just proper weird considering what we just had with the cards. Don't let pride get in your way, but that's reversed. A lot of fire energy here. Doesn't feel like you are though, because it's kind of come out upside down. I know there aren't any reverse meanings for these cards, but I sometimes do. If they come out upside down, it usually tells me something. So I don't think you are letting pride get in your way at the minute. You are kind of, or don't allow yourself to get too stuck inside yourself, too stuck inside your own head. So for those of you who this resonates with, you've done your going within as the High Priestess and as the Hermit, and it's now time to take action and move forward. For some of you, the Aries season is particularly significant. New moon in Aries, it's time to go forward, time to take action. So at some point, you're going to have to come out of this state, and you have to go into this one. So for those of you this resonates with, it's now time to take action. You've been in this state for a while now, in this kind of contemplative state, this kind of lying low state, and now it's time to go forward. And don't become too insular, don't let your pride stand in your way. But I don't feel you are for most of you, because it came out like that. For those of you that resonates with, don't let pride stand in your way. Don't get too in yourself, caught up in yourself, you know, in that kind of hermit mode, that high priestess mode. Because the high priestess can seem quite aloof sometimes as well. So don't be too aloof, don't be too prideful when you do come out of that state, is what they're saying. The full moon in Leo, so you end in that state now. Full moon is the ending of something. So a full moon in Leo on there is like, you know, the completion of your high priestess state in a way. So once you reach your full moon state in that, you know, don't become too aloof or too prideful. Don't let that get in you. Don't let your insularity kind of overtake you. So yeah, for those of you, when you do come out, it's time to take action, you know. So for some of you, it is time to take action now. You're going to come out of the state that you've been in and into active mode. And for some of you, that may come about in early season, March, April time. For others, it'll be right now. You know, so if you feel like it is time now to come out of that state, then Spirit are giving you the green light with the Moonology. But, you know, there has been a time for healing. It has been at a time for healing as well. So for some of you, it still is. And for others, you know, it is time to move forward now, but only you'll know what that means and when that is. And when you do, don't be too aloof or private. Remember to come out of your aloof state. Don't be too caught up when you do. So yeah, so I hope that helped, pal, too. I'm on Instagram, so check out my readings on there, and thank you for watching. And like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Suggestions for other readings as well would be very helpful. I want to know what you want to see on here, you know. And I look forward to starting to build this up again, because I haven't done a video for a while. I did one the other day for the first time in weeks. So I'm gonna like I've had some things going on in my life, you know, in a good way, not bad, just like, you know, some changes. So that would preoccupy me. So like, but I'm back again now. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you on my next reading, pile 2. Thank you for watching. And pile 3, moving on to pile 3. So those of you who chose the Amethyst, oh, look at that in the light. I try to do these videos in the daylight as much as I can because the lighting's so nice. Yeah, Amethyst. Let's find out what you need to move on from and release. You may already be moving on from something, or you might be thinking about it, or you might be about to. So we'll start with the tarot, and then I'm going to do a numerology deck for you. Those of you in this part, you've got quite a good social life, a strong social life. You've got a strong circle of friends. You've got a lot of people around you, especially if you're a woman, if you're feminine energy. Just got the 3 of Cups jump out then. But anyway, I wish the table wasn't so wobbly. I try and get these cards to behave themselves as well, you know. Alright, so pile 3. Pile 3, Amethyst pile. Oh, got the Devil. Okay, so the Devil, actually, I can get hold of the card. For some of you, the Devil feels like a person that you're getting away from. Oh God, hang on. It actually feels like a person that you're moving on from. For others, it's 5 of Cups wants to come out. For others, it's bad habits and vices, which makes sense, doesn't it? So yet the Devil could be either a person, somebody that was like really horrible and toxic in your life that you're getting away from, or bad habits and vices, which I feel is the majority of you. I'd say the majority of you watching is bad habits and vices, but we shall continue. Oh, hang on, 5 of Swords. You've had an issue with someone. 5 of Swords, 5 of Swords. It's a connection. Could be a third party situation in a relationship. Someone who's caused trouble in your life. Trouble causer. And you're picking up the pieces now, 5 of Cups. So you're holding on to what you've still got, but you're contemplating your loss. You've had some sort of emotional loss because of this person. Okay, that changed things. Yeah. I was feeling bad habits and vices, then I saw the 5 of Swords and I was like, this is conflict with someone else. Okay. More cards. Ooh. Yeah, it's causing an issue in your home and family. And you've had to move forward. You may have had to move house because of them. This is weird. Okay. It's all about relationships in this pile, really. There's a lot of relationship stuff. So the Devil, for most of you then, I'll switch that around. For those of you who the bad habits and vices resonate with, take that, right? But now this feels like a person, given the other cards that have come out. So you've got the 5 of Cups. This is you kind of recovering from whatever this person did in your life. You've had some sort of conflict with another person. I couldn't ignore what I was seeing there. I was just like, no. And this person's been quite a nasty piece of work. You had a bad time with them. Number 5 might be significant. A couple of 5s in here. 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords. 15s, multiples of 5. Multiples of 5. 5 is change, transformation and change. 10 of Pentacles reversed could have caused an issue in your stability. For some of you, it feels like you've had to move, you've had to leave wherever you were. You had to move forward physically, literally, geographically or physically, domestically. You've had to actually leave somewhere because of this person. You've had to consider your options and what you need to do to move forward. You've had a few things to think about. So you've had to really think about what you're going to do. This has been quite a difficult situation. It's caused some problems for you and your fundamental, your life, your physical life. So I think what this reading is really as you recovering. You're actually moving on from this and recovering now. This isn't a decision that you need to make. This is like something that you're recovering from. You're in recovery. You may have had to move with your family somewhere else, you know. You had to kind of like, it's messed with your financial and domestic stability, with your roots, with your ground and your foundation. And you've had to consider your options in this. You have to think, okay, what do I do now? You have to consider your options in the situation, and you decided to move forward, to leave it. I'm just going to get some more advice from the cards. More information, please, for part 3 on what's happening. The ones just wants to go out then. Wheel of Fortune's being screaming at me.